guys, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we got a brand new set photo of Michael Myers from the new upcoming Halloween Kills. I'm so excited to talk about this, but before I get into it, I'm gonna need you guys to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I'm working on a Scream fan film that I'll be announcing later this month. Really exciting stuff there. Alright, now let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Well, I'm Pennywise the dancing clown.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
You son of a...
God, don't do that.
Well, sometimes that is better.
So recently, Empire released a bunch of pictures from some upcoming horror films, including this picture from Ghostbusters Afterlife, this picture from Spiral from the Book of Saw, and the most interesting one, this picture from Halloween Kills. Now the other two pictures are cool, but they don't really give away any plot points where this Halloween Kills picture does. So I probably won't be making a separate video on both of those, but hey, they look cool, and I'm also excited for both those films. But this Halloween Kills picture is what we need to be talking about right now. Now if you remember from one of the trailers we got last year, we saw a bunch of fire trucks heading to Laurie's house, and Laurie was screaming, oh, you know, let it burn, let him die in the fire. She turned into Jack Black for a minute, it was horrifying. But seriously, we are predicting that the beginning shot of this film is somehow Michael Myers is gonna break out of the basement and attack a bunch of firemen. It's gonna be just a fiery bloodfest right at the beginning of the movie. Now we have a little bit more of confirmation that that's going to happen. In this picture, Michael Myers is clearly carrying a halogen bar, which is this thing that firemen use to break through metal rods and stuff. I don't know, I'm not a fireman. Please leave a full thing in the comments about how these things work. I'm assuming they break through metal bars and that's how they got Michael out, but I could be wrong as I don't know any firemen, unfortunately. There's also the question of how the firemen got there. I'm assuming one of the neighbors, if there are neighbors around Laurie's house, called the fire department. That's something I've been thinking about. Does Laurie have any neighbors? She kind of lives in the middle of nowhere. Maybe the truck that they got picked up on, that dude who's driving it, or girl, I don't know, we didn't really see the driver. Could that be a neighbor who saw the house catch on fire and then came over and picked him up? Or was it someone just driving down the road, noticed three women just hanging out on the side of the road screaming and freaking out and picked them up? A lot of questions this sequel must answer. Also, if you want even more proof that firemen are going there, you can also see a little bit of a water spritz across this photo, and that ain't rain. It was not raining during the climax of Halloween 2018, so that is a fire hose going to town on that thing. Let it burn! Let it burn! Now also I want to correct something that I said very wrongly in the last Halloween Kills update. Oh, okay, it's the Myers house, alright? And the window threw me off. I was completely caught off guard. But there's also something else to think about here. We have two confirmed locations in this film so far, pretty much, besides Laurie's house. The Myers house is definitely going to be in this film, which was revealed months ago, but then we're also definitely going to be at the hospital at some point in this movie. So how does this storyline take us to the hospital? Well, I think this set photo might help us get there. My thinking is that Michael Myers is going to go to town on these firemen. That sounded kind of gross, but he's going to murder a bunch of firemen, and maybe he just passes out from heat exhaustion. Let's be honest though, this Halloween 2018, it's getting farther away from the supernatural element of Michael Myers and more towards the realism of it, which is what I like so much about it. I mean, sure, he did survive a raging fire, but don't forget his clothes are flame retardants, and his mask is a little burnt up, so he probably has some facial burns or something. It's still a little supernatural. What I'm getting at is that what if Michael Myers just passes out at the front doorstep after killing all these firemen, and a bunch of first responders get there, they pick him up in the ambulance, and then of course he wakes up and starts murdering people. Now why is everyone at the hospital, you might ask? Maybe that's because they're trying to bring the serial killer who just murdered a whole bunch of people on Halloween night to the hospital. So that's where Laurie and her family's gonna go. That's where basically the entire town of Haddonfield is gonna go that we saw in that trailer. And they're basically going to be trying to stop first responders from helping Michael Myers out. Because that's kind of, their whole goal to save people no matter who it is. Don't they swear an oath to do that? Once again, something I'm not familiar with, unfortunately. But I have a good feeling that Michael Myers is gonna wake up, start murdering people in the ambulance, get out, and then they're gonna find out about it and be like, oh, he went to the Myers house. And then they're like, okay, we gotta run. Or something. I still think somehow this is gonna end up at the hospital with Michael Myers actually there. I just really hope they don't repeat the ending of the second film and blow up the hospital. Because we've seen that before. And what was so great about that 2018 film was it was a bunch of stuff we had never seen before. I'll tell you what though, I cannot wait for October 15th. We are getting all these set photos, and just in the same month we've gotten two really cool ones. I am so freaking excited for this movie, I cannot wait. What do you guys think about all this? Leave me something about it in the comments below, especially if you're a fireman who knows how this tool works. Thank you guys so much for watching my Halloween Kills update. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at KillJoyJake Take1, and on Instagram at KillJoy_Jake. Please consider supporting me on Patreon. It's going to help fund my crazy Scream fan film. I already got a script written for it, and oh boy do I got some crazy things planned. So please consider helping me out there. And also follow my TikTok, because I put little updates on there too, I guess. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.